Okay, so let's see what comes in the accessory pack. Now that my alien dad has arrived, I wonder what he would say, what little pieces of advice he would give. Would he tell me to think? Or would he just shake that ass on camera? I hope not. Sometimes, after hearing some of the comments and stories that my friends have told me about having parents, I am super glad I was never adopted. Look at that, huh? That guy looks familiar, huh? There's a guy who looks familiar. These are great head sculpts. These are amazing looking. So far, I'm very happy with this. Let's get into the package. I like when Jerk does the pull-out game. He goes, "Ugh!" But I'm kind of a leave-it-in guy. But then again, that's why I have a whole bunch of kits. Look at this, huh? This is nice looking. Now, I got a couple of these because I'm giving two of them away as gifts for buddies. One for his birthday upcoming, and one for Christmas. The divorce is working on him pretty hard, so I want him to have something interesting. And he's not really a toy collector. He loves the Invincible comic book. He is huge on it. I'm not really sure where he stands on the show on Amazon, but he's a big Roger Kirkman fan. We came in together when Roger Kirkman on our 2005 deployment. Somebody had sent a care package of books to Camp Victory North, Iraq, and in it had a whole bunch of comic books, probably like 10 comic books of The Walking Dead, and we were just absolutely hooked on it. Just if you've never read The Walking Dead, it's good. The TV show is really good too, but I mean, the comic book is for me, it's grittier. It's just it's just a whole different level. So now I'm sure he's gonna like this. So let's. Oh, there we go. That's off to a bad start. There we go, guys. I'm on my knees during a video. You're not gonna see that very often. Here we go. Let's get the. You know, my buddy Mark hates this plastic stuff when they put it in there, but I always tell him, like, dude, could you imagine what this thing would look like without the plastic? Rocking back and forth in a container ship for up to 6 weeks on the ocean, you're going to get some shit going on. There's a reason why they put this stuff on. They know what they're doing. But I don't generally have a problem getting it off. There we go. Perfect. There we go. This has just buttery smooth joints. Oh wow, right out of the package. No heat. You saw this just right out of the package. Absolutely no heat. I like how the paint isn't too shiny. It's got like that nice matte finish. It's a little bit of a gap right here, but it beats a McFarlane figure when it comes to Superman. I mean, come on. You know how many times I've seen a great McFarlane Superman not be able to look up or look up enough to at least get him in a good flying pose? This is good. I like this. This is money well spent. Oh, wow, that's sad. No ass. I was hoping to be able to do that meme where he's just, if you know, you know. If you know the meme with Omni Man shaking that ass, that's hilarious. Not a big deal. Popped. I was a little rough on that right there. There we go. Went right back in. Easy as could be. All right, let's switch them up. Removing the chest is super easy. Just get one of your fingernails in. Just a little wiggle wiggle. Boop. Push it off. The cape is fully wired. This is nice. This is quality right here. Dude, I didn't pay much more. I think I paid $8 more for this than I paid for my Savage Dragon. Don't get me wrong, it's the first Savage Dragon that come out in 20 years. I like the figure, but the price point for what they give you in there is ridiculous. And I make a decent amount of money, so I'm not trying to complain from that aspect. I'm complaining from the point of the amount of money that we spend nowadays. You would want to get a little more. So let's go over the head sculpts. I don't really get why he's got kind of the red under the eyes. He doesn't have optic blast or anything like that. Tell me you cannot hear this guy's voice the moment you see these heads. This is good stuff right here. What do I want to go with? I think I'm going to go with got a collar piece. Got to throw on the collar. I think I'm going to go with the apathetic head. Whoops. I put that on the wrong one. What the hell was I thinking? Yeah, I'm going to go with the apathetic head. There we go. There we go. Push it down. Nice snap. It's a little gappy, but you know what? I am not going to complain. Not at this price point. I don't really see the need to waste the time on too much of swapping out a hand, so I'm just going to show you. You got your flying hands. You got your pointing hands. I'm glad they has a left and a right. Oh, here is your flying hands. I'm sorry. This is your extending out to reach for something hands. These are your karate chop / flying hands. And here is your about to get the shit grabbed out of your hands. Or in that scene where he touches Mark's buddy's car and then he just goes crunch into the roof when he was like, "Where is Mark?" I'm sure I'm not spoiling that for many people. So that is the My Alien Dad, kind of in a nutshell. Here's the back of the box. They're recommending you don't play with it if you're under 3, and absolutely not recommended for ages 16 and below. And they want you to heat this up. This is a ZR-001. So who creates this? This is Zoom Rig right here. I'd like to see more from this company. I really do. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm not a huge fan. A huge fan of people taking stuff without license. And the reason why that is I myself have a bunch of copyright. So you have to spend money to copyright. So everything I write, and I believe when you get a copyright, you can copyright up to 10 things with the U.S. government all at once on one document. When you copyright something, you own it. You got to take somebody to court. I don't think anybody's going to take a small company like this to court because you're going to spend so much more. That's why when you're a writer, whether you're writing songs, short form or long form literature, you're always worried that somebody overseas is going to rip you off, because if somebody in China were to rip off your book, you're never going to sue them. It's just not going to happen. An overseas lawyer is going to cost you so much money. You're going to need to start at $50,000 to $100,000. reason why I can speak to how much stuff like that would cost is my wife and I both work in the legal field. I'm a paralegal. I've been to school for it. I also have my mediation certificate. Mediation is when you can't afford a lawyer. The husband and the wife can sit down with somebody like me, and I can get you to fill out a bunch of paperwork. I get you to agree on how to divide up your assets, and then I'll appear in court with you, and the judge will ask me a few questions. It's very standard. I was like Mrs. A and Mr. B both agree to divide up and blah blah blah. He's going to ask Mrs. A and Mr. B the same exact questions. They're going to say yes. Boom. You're going to get your divorce finalized. I won't mediate for anybody who has children. I don't want to deal with any of that. People, when they're getting divorced and they have children, are absolute pieces of garbage to each other. We see it, these people, all the time. And I do mediation 4 days a week, and it is a good chunk of change. And like I said, if you can't afford a lawyer, you can definitely afford a mediator. And some people just want that divorce as quick as possible. So if I were to have to sue somebody overseas because there was copyright infringement on any one of my books, uh, it's going to cost me $50,000 to $100,000, and that's not total package. So when it comes to a toy like this, yeah, I'm sure Robert Kirkman has the money to go after a small company like this, but he's going to sink more money into it than what he's going to get out of it. The best he's going to do is going to get it shut down. So the easiest way to do that is just send out a cease and desist, which would make this toy even rarer than what it is. But I don't think you'll be able to buy this toy, a year from now. I think a lot of these small toy companies who, I was talking to a couple of guys about this. Uh, we think there are toy companies we know just creating a subsidiary company, and just like, oh, let's just call it ZR 5X2 Toys, and it's an easy way. So if you get a cease and desist, the main company doesn't take a hit, and it's a minor company. I mean, in China alone, they have to raid artificial Apple stores because they pop up overnight and they sell everything which looks legit, but it's 100% fake. Now, I don't mean to go on the legal rant, but like I said, this is something I know about. If you get a chance, you want to pick this figure up, you can pick it up for about $68. I was AliExpress. I think it's the only place you can pick it up. I wouldn't sleep on this figure, especially if you're a fan of just action figures or if you're a fan of Invincible. This is going to be a figure that you're going to want to get. I can't stop looking at the cape. The cape is great. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. This is a good overall figure. So. Well, that's the end of the video. I'm going to wrap it up here. Please like and subscribe if you want to share it. That's going to be awesome. Any comments you leave can help me get a lot better. Again, I wouldn't sleep on this figure. I think this is a trend we're going to see for the next couple of years. I think we're going to see really well done figures coming out at a good price point. But just remember, all you got to do is get one cease and desist letter, and that figure that you have in your hand is going to quadruple in price. So take it out of the package, enjoy it, hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, anything you want to tell me. I answer everything back, and all criticisms can just help make the channel a little better. As of right now, we're at 459. I appreciate you guys dropping by, and we're going to try to make the videos, relatively streamlined and fast. Thank you. Have a great day or night.